This week, we head to Canada for some great camping.
We'll show you exactly what it's like to cross the border in an RV.
And we'll show you how bad traffic is around Canada's biggest city.
But it was all worth it as we snagged a spectacular campsite right on the northern shore of Lake Ontario, which is experiencing the highest water levels ever.
All this and more coming up in this week's video on the RV Lifestyle Channel. It definitely is a challenge with the dog when you travel. You have to remember that while you've got the bathroom in the RV to use, the dog, well, unless they really are well trained, they don't have that. So you got to take as many breaks for the dog as for yourself.
What do I have for you? What do you think? Oh, is this a good treat? Yes! Oh, yeah! Let's give you something to... Oh, man, it's worth it right now. Come on.
So how'd you do?
I got what you needed.
All right.
All right, success. Got just what we're looking for. We're going into tick country, and so I got some of these sticky roller things that we can roll on Bo and get the ticks off. We'll probably fill it up with hair the first time we do one swipe. But since we're going in tick country, we need this.
Plus you got him a treat.
I did. I got him a treat. Oh, that's for you. Oh, you lucky spoiled little boy. There you go. Some water. You need some water, huh? There we go. Okay. There we go.
All right, filling up with gas here before we go into Canada. The price here is, let's see, it's $3.39 a gallon. Now, when we get into Canada, it gets a little confusing because in Canada it's in liters, and gas is always, even accounting for the currency exchange, gas in Canada is always a lot more. So I always try to fill up as close as I can get to the border. We're going to cross into Canada in Port Huron, Michigan.
Now turn left onto I-94 East towards Bridge to Canada, and then you will reach a toll booth.
Okay, I guess we can go.
So it's always a little bit iffy as you get on the Blue Water Bridge to go into Canada. You never know whether there's going to be a big traffic line up there. So let's see. There are two stops. One is to pay the toll for the bridge, and then the other one is Canadian immigration. And here we come. Oop, I can see trucks lined up already.
I'm glad I'm not a trucker.
Glad I'm not a trucker, but it looks like it's like the lineup here for vehicles like ours. There's a couple of RVs, there's a van, and there's a towable. Looks like this isn't too bad, so we'll check how it is. I think it's $3 the toll.
All right, let's get some cash.
Some right here.
$3 US?
Yes.
Did you need a receipt?
They don't have.
Some gem trees.
Yeah, he knows.
Come on,
Okay.
get back. Get back.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye. So that's what happens when.
Oh, now you have to get down. This is not acceptable. No, get down.
That's
Get
what
down.
happens when people at the bank give dogs treats, you know.
And how about crossing the Mackinac Bridge? You
Yeah,
got a
they
treat?
give him a treat there too.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
You're starving to death.
Oh, you
Because
think
we
you've
don't
never
feed
been
you.
fed, you prince. All right, you can see in the dash cam, I hope, how backed up traffic on the bridge is to go back into the U.S.
Looks like they're doing some work. I think
They're always doing work. This is the St. Clair River, and off to our left, up to the north, there is Lake Huron, where it is the mouth of the St. Clair River. Okay, now comes the second part here,
Get my ID out.
and we've opted to get these. These are wallet-sized cards. They're good for entry into Canada and I think Mexico too. And we'll give those to the guys at immigration. And there's no line up here for Canadian immigration. Look at that.
Did we get it? I guess.
I always want to be polite here. Yeah. I bet my dog jumps up again. Hello.
Where do you live?
Michigan.
What's the purpose of this trip?
We're going camping.
So where is it that you're going to in Canada?
Tonight we're going to the provincial park just north of Toronto on Lake Ontario.
Okay.
And tomorrow we're going to Montreal
How long are you staying all together?
through Sunday.
Have alcohol or tobacco with you?
Nope.
Any firearms or weapons?
Nope.
You've been to Canada before?
I'm sorry.
Yes, we have been to Canada before.
Do you meet any family or friends here?
No, just campers, other campers.
Gifts or presents? Anything that's
No.
okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
My bag.
So now there's a currency exchange right here. I don't think, we're only there till Sunday.
I don't think we need Canadian currency.
Yeah, everything is
Credit card.
by credit card. We got our groceries with us, so I'm not gonna do that. We'll just use credit cards, right?
Yes.
All right. They didn't ask us about Bo, and you're
They
supposed.
didn't see Bo.
I think she could see him because he had his head
Probably.
stuck out. Usually they've never even asked us for papers, but we always carry them with us. So the big thing is if you got anything you got to declare, things of a lot of value, stuff like that. They want to know about that.
Once when we were going to Ontario and you were driving an RV back and I had the car and I had Bo, and going back into the States, they asked me to roll down the window so they could look at Bo the back window, and I'm sure I got a very worried look because Bo was a puppy then and I could just see Bo jumping out the window. And in fact I said to the guy, I said, I hope he doesn't jump out of the window because he's a young dog. But he didn't. I don't know why he had me roll down the window for the dog, but I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
That was when Bo had lots of energy.
What do you mean when? All right, so we are now in Canada, eh?
Hey. Better say we.
Oui. Well, yeah. So the only time Bo doesn't mind driving in the RV is like right now, when he can take Jennifer's seat. And Jennifer doesn't mind it too bad either, because I don't know if you can see it, but she's back behind me sleeping. Oh well. What do you think, Bo, with you and me? He looks pretty happy now, doesn't he? Filling up here in Canada, it's 123.9 per liter. So that would be $4.69 a gallon. However, that is Canadian money. So I paid $3.39 in the US per gallon of diesel, and here in Canada it would be the equivalent of $3.51. So that's a little more, It's not terrible, but still more expensive. So this is what they don't tell you about in all those other videos from other bloggers about traveling in an RV. They don't tell you about the amount of time you end up stuck in traffic jams. And we're somewhere near Toronto, and we've been in basically stopped traffic, and you can see, look at the dash cam view here. It's been like this for an hour. An hour. Oh my goodness. You at least got a nap.
Bo, he's hyperventilating.
Yeah, Bo's not happy about it either, are you, Bo? An hour.
So here we are at Presqu'île Provincial Park, and we couldn't be more pleased. This is absolutely perfect. Does it get any better than this? You always get a little nervous when you book online, but it sounded really good, and this is absolutely perfect. This is Lake Ontario, camping on Lake Ontario, right on the water's edge.
Oh, Bo is so happy. Yeah, Bo is happy to be not in the RV driving. This almost makes all of that traffic in Toronto worth it. Well, one thing you notice is the cool temperature. It was 81 degrees when we were on the 401, and here, right on Lake Ontario, on the northern shore of Lake Ontario, it's 57 degrees. But it's very refreshing. I hope we get some stars tonight. Many things about being in the woods around sundown and late spring, early summer, the spring peepers. Let's see if you can hear them. I'm going to be really quiet. Just listen. Isn't that cool? All of the Great Lakes have been experiencing high water levels so far this year, but Lake Ontario here has experienced record high water levels. In fact, here at Presqu'île Park, many of the beaches that people come to swim in this beautiful lake are closed because of flooding, as have been some of the campground sites. There's just been the highest ever recorded water levels for Lake Ontario.
All right, Mr. Bo. Let's see. Come here, boy. Come here, sweetie. Come here. I know. Sit. Okay, let's try this on you, okay? Oh, what am I doing? Something strange, aren't I? Something very strange. Yeah, is that any way related to getting brushed?
Let me try it.
Huh?
Let me try it.
Stay here, baby.
Yeah, let's try this.
Here.
Yeah, this is good. Make sure you
Good
don't
boy.
have any of these things on you.
Good boy, baby.
Yeah.
Good boy. You don't want anything to do with being brushed, do you? You're a good boy. Yes, you are.
Nothing.
Good boy. Just some hair.
Looks clean.
All right, Mr. Bo.
I think we got to do that pretty much every trip.
Every trip out. The best part of this trip so far is we stuck to our 3:30 rule, meaning you stop at 3:30 or you don't drive any more than 330 miles so that you can stop, enjoy, smell the roses. And Mike has even got a shirt to remind us to stick to that 3:30 rule.
And if you want one of these shirts, you can get one. Just go to rvlifestyle.com/330.
If you have one of our 3:30 shirts when you're someplace fun, take a picture of it and hashtag it on Instagram, RV Lifestyle Mike.
Our Canadian travels will continue next week as we head to Quebec and meet up with an RV club where everyone speaks French.
Everyone that is except us.
That experience is next week. We're Mike and Jennifer Wendland. Thanks for watching, and please, before you go, subscribe to our RV Lifestyle channel right here on YouTube.
Happy trails.